Hello everyone, Oyetunde Oyewa here, MEB 7033. This is my personal video of a good corporate decision. So I work for a company called One Oak, located downtown Tulsa in Oklahoma, and I've been there for about 7.5 years. I want to talk about the corporate decision to spin off a company now known as One Gas that happened in 2014. So One Oak was founded in 1906 as Oklahoma Natural Gas, and over the years it grew organically and acquired other companies to become One Oak, and had operations in various parts of the energy industry from upstream down to marketing and distribution. As the company went through different leadership tenures, the decision was made to only focus on the operations and activities where we felt we had a competitive advantage. So different assets were sold, some interests were dissolved, and One Oak was solely a midstream and downstream energy company in the natural gas industry. Um, During the tenure of our ex-CEO, John Gibson, of our retired CEO, John Gibson, it was noticed that a lot of people were investing in One Oak because of the midstream portion of the company, neglecting the downstream portion of the company as a low risk, low reward part of the company. So the downstream part of the company consisted of three distribution companies: Oklahoma Natural Gas, Texas Gas Service, and Kansas Gas Service, while the midstream part of the company consisted of operations stemming from gathering and processing at the wellhead all the way down to fractionation and natural gas liquid pipelines and natural gas pipelines. So that part of the company, the midstream, was the growth part of the company because the U.S. has a very defined midstream sector, and there's a lot of need and use for the purity products from that sector, such as ethane, propane, isobutane, normal butane, and the heavier hydrocarbon liquids. Um, so it was noticed from the market and from investor relations that most people who invested in One Oak were investing in just the midstream portion. And that kind of concerned the hierarchy at One Oak because they knew that there was a lot of value in the downstream because it was stable earnings and steady cash flow. But everyone that seemed to invest in the company was looking towards the midstream sector. So they had um, board meetings and discussions with the management team, and it was decided that the downstream part of the company should be spun off as its own company so that it can create its value that they always knew it had. So in 2014, natural gas liquid local distribution companies, Oklahoma Natural Gas, Kansas Gas Service, and Texas Gas Service became One Gas. And as of today, One Gas trades at $61 and about 70 cents a share, while One Oak, which is now just a pure play midstream company after the spinoff, was trading at about $51.45 today. So that shows that it was a good decision to spin off the local distribution company that investor did not look at when it was part of One Oak, because it is now more valuable than One Oak in terms of a higher stock price. So if I'm to go by the definition of a good decision, I have it as an action that we take that is logically consistent with our objectives, alternatives we perceive, and the information we have and the preferences we feel. So One Oak's vision is to create exceptional value for its customers and stakeholders. And the objective here is to create value, which is what One Oak was trying to be consistent with, to create value by spinning off the company that is now known as One Gas. And the alternatives that they had, one alternative was to do nothing because the company was profitable, was still bringing in money, but they just felt that they could do better. So they chose the other alternative to spin off as against keeping things as they were. The information that they had was talking to investors in investor relations and knowing what the investors were investing in, if it was the entire company or the midstream part of the company. So investor relations gave them all the information that they needed to make that decision, and the preferences that they feel, because they felt that the customers and stakeholders should have the maximum benefit of all the value that could have been created. So I believe that it was a great decision to spin off the company. Now you have two companies that are doing very well on their own right, or in their own right, midstream and downstream. Thank you.